on, focus. There we go. So here is Powerglide. He was probably my most wanted from this wave, and has become, I think, my second favorite of the wave. By now, you've probably figured out who my favorite is, and it shouldn't be any sort of mystery. But yeah, it's a nice little Powerglide. He's a little bit more. The Cyberverse one they released a couple years back for Dark of the Moon was a pretty nice little Powerglide, and this guy's, I think, even cooler. Because on top of his jet alt mode, he also has, let me see if I can remember how to do this. Pull this up. Oh yeah, you fold the wings back and tab them in up here. And then you lift this piece up. And then you fold these down under here like this. And then his engines slide forward like this. And you can use his landing gear here, which is really the only use for it. And he becomes a target master gun that any of the combiners can hold. Actually, anybody with a 5mm port can hold it, but he becomes like a weapon for Superion. He's considered one of the aerial bots. But you can see, like, even Windcharger here, if you wanted to, you can plug his landing gear into Windcharger's hand, and Windcharger. Well, okay, now he's all coming pegged here. Pushing him in unpegged his cockpit section, but these legs don't peg together very well. That's something I'll get to momentarily. But yeah, if you wanted to, it makes him a little heavy, but you can have even Windcharger hold him up as a gun. So yeah, these legs, it looks like they should clip together very well. There's this little clip in here, and it doesn't look, I mean, I guess it does look a little stressed here now this way, but it doesn't look like it's stressing in a way that should keep it from clipping. I'm not sure where the resistance is. It should peg together nice and tight like that, and it just doesn't for some reason. And I'm not sure. These right here are also a little looser than I would like. They're not pinned in. They pop off a lot, and they're a little looser. They like to, in jet mode, they like to fold up. In robot mode, when you've got them folded up anyway, it doesn't matter. But here it's a little annoying. So yeah, if the legs peg together a little better, I'd be a bit more thrilled about them. It's just something, I don't know if there's maybe something I can shave to fix that. Maybe it's this little, that little piece of flash doesn't seem like it would be causing this issue. But who knows. So yeah, but anyway, from jet mode, you go ahead and peg his wings up just like this. You want to leave these pushed up for robot mode. And then these fold in, and then his feet flip down. Just like that. Unpeg his arms from the wing and extend them down. And then the landing gear folds up. This whole assembly, you lift this up, this whole assembly with the flap here lifts up and pushes down into here like this. And then, you can't see his face now. It's actually hidden behind this. This whole assembly rotates up. You can kind of see his face coming into view now. Rotates around and gives him his face. And in robot mode, that's a pretty fantastic little Powerglide. Like I said, my only complaint really about his alt mode, like in robot mode, he's great. In robot mode, he is fantastic. That's a nice little Powerglide. I love him. He's got ball joint shoulders. He just has hinged elbows. His head, like I said, his head obviously has some rotation because of the way it transforms. No waist swivel, but he's got ball joint hips, ball joint knees, a little bit of hinge, at least forward in his feet. The little piece back here blocks him from going backwards. But a nice little Powerglide. I love the big shiny Autobot logo on his chest. This is a little tampoed paint job. That looks like Powerglide. It's really cool. Like I said, I wish that that this pegged together a little better in jet mode. I wish it stayed tighter like that. I don't know why it's staying together better in robot mode, but and I wish I wish they'd found a way to pin these on somehow, or at least make them a little bit more solid than they are now. When they're folded back in robot mode, they'll stay in place pretty well. But when you try to have them out like this, that you can see they're really loose, which is a little bit of a complaint. So alt mode's not 100% perfect. It looks great, but there's just a few little cosmetic flaws. The robot mode, it's just outstanding. I really love this little Powerglide, dude. And the jet and the gun mode's okay again, aside from these little floppy bits. So yeah, but there's Powerglide. Like I definitely, despite my misgivings with with his alt mode, I do recommend picking him up. That's a great little Powerglide to put on your shelf.